Welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is all going to be about how to improve your impact, stop your hands flipping and lose control of that ball flight. Stay tuned to find out more. As mentioned, today's video is all going to be about how we can improve our impact position. What I see a lot of with impact is the arms working away from the body, and when the arms work away from the body, we know that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, that when the arms work away, the club tends to work inwards, and we almost see the butt end of the golf club pointing out behind us to this downline camera here. So we end up with a lot of excessive roll with the hands. So what I don't want to see is this position, because we're getting a lot of club face closure and it makes it hard to time. We can generate some speed, some flash speed with using hands and arms, but it's very hard to control the club head, so we tend to get inconsistent results in terms of direction. So what I'd like to see more of is the hand path actually working more inwards to the left on the way through, for me as a right-handed golfer, and the feeling that the club face is being closed, but at a slower rate of closure, and it's being closed by my body rotation, not for my hands flipping. So what we're really looking for here is connection through impact and a better release. So I'm going to give you two really simple exercises that you can do on the driving range or practice area to improve your impact. So what I've set, and you may well have noticed these couple of canes on the floor. So I've got two tour sticks down. The red one here is representing my target line. The yellow one is actually just in front of my hands, and it's at a bit more than 45 degrees to my target. It's definitely pointing off to the left and potentially actually a little bit more than that, closer to 60 degrees. It doesn't really matter the angle of it, but I'm going to feel like my hands trace the steps of the yellow tour stick. So my hands and the handle of the golf club is working more inwards. So we actually want the club working in to straight to in. When we get players doing this sort of release, we tend to see a very in to out path, pushes to the right, sometimes push slices or hooks to the left. So we see too much shot shape, players not being able to start the ball close enough to their target. So the feeling for me is that my hand path on the way through the exit of the ball is actually working more to the left, and the club will actually stay more in front of me rather than the club working more inside behind my hands here, where I'm really having to use a lot of excessive hand action to close the club face. So I'm going to go ahead and hit one actually just from pre-impact first. You'll have seen me do a lot of this. We can put this into a full swing eventually, but I'm going to stop at this position. I'm going to make a small pump movement, and I'm just going to trace the steps of this yellow line with my hands. So my hands are working more to the left. If you're a player where you excessively do it, you may get this yellow line here, this tour stick, even more to the left. So we can really over-exaggerate this exercise as much as we want. But I'm going to go ahead, stop at the top, come down to pre-impact, couple of pump movements, and feel like my handle of the golf club is working more inwards, closer to this yellow line, rather than my hands going out towards the red line over here on the right. Let me see if I can do it. Down to this position, 1, 2, 3. So that felt great. So I really felt like from this position, my handle was working more inwards. The club felt like I held it off. So you may expect to see a little push to the right initially when you're doing that. So that's not a problem. We could actually counteract that by closing that club face a little earlier in the downswing. What I'm going to do is try and put that into a full swing. I'd obviously do a lot of those. Put that into a full swing where I'm just trying to get that feeling of tracing my hands a little bit more to the left. You may see more of a curtailed short and follow through here, with my arms feeling that they're much more in front of my left bicep, not up here high in front of my head. So I'm not going to hit it flat out, but I'm really just going to try with a full swing of trying to get this feeling of my hands and arms exiting more to the left of the target. Let me give it a go. So that felt very solid. Definitely felt like my Handle was moving a little bit more inwards. There was no real flip here or roll release. It was definitely more of a body movement and a much squarer release that we're really looking for. The other exercise I've got for you, a similar move, but what we're going to try and do is over-exaggerate. So what I want you to do is get the club face as closed as possible. And what that's going to look like is that the loft of the club is actually pointing more down towards the ground. So in a very closed club face, and if I just get to that position and do nothing else about it, that ball is going to go way left of target. So what I'm going to try and do from this very closed club face is stop the ball going left. So I'm going to get to a very closed club face here, and it's going to be going left because my left side is really going to feel like it opens up. Left hip, left shoulder, chest really opens up, so my handle goes more left, and again I'll get that feeling of holding off the shot. So to the top, stop pre-impact, but very, very close. Stop that ball going left, just through really good rotational rates where it's feeling like my handle's going more left and I held that shot off. So this one you definitely need to sort of do from just pre-impact to make sure that we've got a very closed club face and really work hard. That wasn't the best strike, but it was a very straight ball flight. And yet from this position, I'd have swear blind it was going to go 40, 50, 60 yards left of target. But I managed to stop that ball going left because I really worked hard through impact with my body rotation. So the hands working more left is definitely linked to my body rotating. My body rotating better is definitely linked to my hands going more inwards. So we could work on the hand path, we could work on the body rotation, and they would actually have a very similar effect. This is about reducing this need for hands and arms through impact that I see all too often. I know if you can give those two exercises a go, it's really going to help your impact become more consistent. If you did enjoy that content video, if it has helped, please post some comments below. Love to hear what you think, love to hear any videos that you'd like me to film, anything you're struggling with. I'm going to get lots of content filmed in the next few weeks, so anything that you guys want to see, please post below, and do subscribe to the channel for all the other videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5:30. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.